You don't want to date white, but you want white money. What would your motivation be for that white money? And what makes you think that they actually have money? Because most of them seem very broke. The ones here.
That's why she said the local ones.
Yeah.
Those I've actually tested here, so no.
But then what
You need
is
the
that
big ones.
perception of the money? Because it looks like the Ugandan girls or African girls, whenever they see a white skin, they think they have money.
All your problems
And so, hi Candids, welcome back to yet another episode of Purely Candid. So, in today's episode, we shall be talking about interracial dating. To be specific, white meets. Angie, you look like Orikwete guy. I can see the whole ensemble and the beach mode and $2 hole. Not really.
Hey,
Because we assume, but that's what the white guys in Uganda like. First, tell us, have you ever dated white?
Unfortunately, no.
Why is it unfortunate anyway?
we have to find
Wherever I
out.
go, they always call me American Heights.
I
So
know. I would actually think like you're not categorizing well. You're not putting
God,
yourself
I
out
think I
there.
need lessons.
Do you want some white meat?
I want some white money.
Some white meat. Nadia, please give her tips. White meat. I know you have.
We're going to get into that nitty gritties of the white meat. Okay, the white meat first, by the way, it's I think it's a common joke. I think one of my friends I used to work with, we just coined it eating white meat. Of like dating white.
For me, I call it white chocolate.
Yeah,
And
some
dark
people say white chocolate, some say white meat. It sounds nasty.
It's like as if they're a piece of meat. Bearded
I
meat.
hope it doesn't offend people. For us, it was our thing, how we used to talk about it. I think around that time.
But Jakuona.
Yeah, I was dating white around that time, so she used to always say, "Hey, you're eating white meat." So it became a joke for us, an inside joke. Yeah.
So what has your experience been eating white meat in Uganda?
Obviously, it's only been here. I've not lived Bulaya. Yeah, so.
But also,
My
I
experiences
think
have only been here, and I would say good and bad, and we're going to get into the nitty-gritty
what was good and
our
what
own
was
experiences
bad.
plus other people's experiences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I personally, I can talk about, I have eaten white meat multiple times, but most cases when I travel.
Wow.
Yes. Pick up.
Another thing I want us to talk about, which I'll ask you later, comparing the white meat here, served locally here, and the one
When
served
you go black,
internationally.
you never go back.
The ones that I've actually
Does it
tested
taste
in
the
Luombo.
same?
And the other ones.
Is it the same experience dating white here and dating white?
We shall go into that. The pros are not in the sexual aspect, but in the PDA, in the romance, in the way bauta supu. Nebagenda kubakuli, nebajiria wonna no hey.
I have no reservations.
Unfortunately, my Kenyan audience will not understand. But
Bakuli,
How are you?
the way they kuuta supu from the bowl from the bowl.
No way. Those guys can clean the bowl.
My American girl, please translate okuuta supu from the bowl. Nadia,
You can't
translate
even explain,
that.
you just have to,
Yeah.
to
So you
express.
see how you drink soup from a bowl?
Yeah.
So when you
No, it's not
finish
just drinking it.
the soup,
It's that
then you
like
leave
pulling it
the
out.
bowl.
Okuuta is like that sound it makes.
Like
And you
that
leave
bad-
it on the
those
exact
bad
color.
table manners of
Okay, so if we are to talk about interracial dating, if the races we're talking about of you are a black woman or you are an African, actually black
woman,
it could even be a black American woman, but a black woman dating any person who is not black. It could be a Caucasian, it could be just an Arab, it could be an Asian, okay? Caucasian, I mean like white like Kim Kardashian or Justin Bieber. Or actually white like who is this guy who has ginger hair?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, like
yeah.
that white.
That's real white.
That one is
I
too
know.
white.
For me, I want like a Beckham. Give me like real white meat.
Like David Beckham.
Yes.
But the real white one is
Maybe
Ed
that is
Sheeran.
this one.
But no, Ed Sheeran is the typical white.
Real white.
Hey.
David Beckham.
They
Chris
are
Hemsworth.
the hippie
I
white.
think I can actually match with Ed Sheeran.
Oh, yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Right.
Better choice.
Okay, so guys, we are digressing. Let's come back. Now, what is the appeal of the white meat in Uganda? Like, why are black African girls, I can't even call it black women, because in the States I feel as if, out in the States mainly, black Americans usually want to date fellow blacks. Especially the ladies, they're not so attracted, to the white guys. The men may be, but predominantly ladies want to date like black men. But in the African context, and Nigerians have taken it to another level.
Too far.
Hey,
Very
abeg,
far.
So what exactly is the motivation to date white? The first one that comes to mind, money. Nadia, did you have
Money.
were you interested
Was
in
money on my mind?
When you are starting.
No, actually, I'll come back to you. You
Start with
say
Angie.
you don't want to date white, but you want white money. What would your motivation be for that white money? And what makes you think that they actually have money? Because most of
They
them
do.
seem very broke. The ones
Okay.
here.
That's why
That's
she
true.
said the local ones.
Yeah.
Those I've actually tested here, so no.
But then
You
what
need
is
the
that
big ones.
perception of the money? Because it looks like the Ugandan girls or African girls, whenever they see a white skin, they think they have money.
All your problems
Are
are
solved.
Till when you
Tomorrow,
reach there.
my mother has swallowed a slasher. My
Actually, you thinking not small problems.
Yeah.
A
You will
house.
kill everyone.
House.
They're thinking so
Yeah.
big, and yet this guy is probably also on his parental
An
support.
intern, he has come to
By
just
the way, he's
eat.
an intern, yeah, with no money.
But
with nothing.
it's because of our currency. Our money is too small when you convert
you.
it.
Thank you.
So to them, it's big money, in their money, in
So
dollars and all that.
if at all he gives me $100 after one night, to me I've hit a jackpot.
Depends how old you are. At campus, oh please, that
Yeah.
would be good money. But right now,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
little
so-
petty cash.
I come
And
with
also-
Angie on the money. Mostly in the African, we're not talking about the African context. I don't know if this appeal would relate to maybe an African American living in the US and
Exactly.
dating white.
Yeah.
We're looking at what we see in our environments, also what we've experienced.
And
So-
what other people have experienced.
Yeah, so if I'm looking at money, for instance, I'm dating normal Ugandan guy. For him to give me the equivalent of $100, just say,
Just-
okay, babe, go buy something for yourself.
How?
It's very unlikely. For him, it's a lot of money, right? Talking about the currency difference, a guy can give you $100, $200, $500, and it's nothing to him. That's if you're dating white. But now if you're dating here, then we get 500.
50K and you'll need a lineup of how you spent it.
sacrifice that money.
And he will remind you how he took care of you
exactly.
and all your ancestors.
Yes.
But then another thing is, I feel as if with a Ugandan man or an African man, I don't need to ask directly.
Yeah.
I'll tell him, mom is sick, now you see my brother, my this, and they'll just give.
Yeah.
With a white person, if you don't say, babe, I need money, they don't get it.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
So
matter
that
as long as you
part-
give me the money.
That
Yeah.
comes into the cultural differences, which we shall go deeper into once we look at the downsides of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Then the green card, the fact that we think all of them are going to take us to the American dream. America. I want to go to
Everyone
America.
wants it.
So
Everyone wants to get that
exactly. So I see a white man and I see this is my ticket to the green card.
That's so common. I
Yeah.
think everyone actually goes for it, is always thinking of that. Because
Yeah.
you don't want to stay in Uganda. They're actually running from their country to come to Uganda, and you want to run to their country. And you want to get the green card. You want to be able to travel each and every time to and from.
Yeah.
Who would want that soft life?
Or even just relocate.
It
I
may
know
be hard
people-
life, but pretend
Yeah. I
for the
have
start.
I think 2 cousins, or even some friends I knew from campus, who for them, their mission was, how do I get out of the country?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah.
the white guy was the ticket out. As soon as you get there,
you know
You
my
part
problems
ways.
are solved.
Yeah, but now things
part
have
ways.
changed. It's never that
After
easy.
you part ways, when you get there, you realize I even didn't like you in the first place.
Exactly, because you are there are way better options.
Yes,
the
there
other
are better
side.
options. White meat is everywhere.
It's
I can find a
everywhere.
new one who has a better house than your car, small apartment now.
Keep
Keep
your
it.
coins.
Yeah.
Hey.
So do
So
you
you're now
refund
back
the
with
money?
information. Actually, how do you refund?
You be sure.
How do you refund?
How?
Actually,
Why?
you
Where?
get there,
After carrying
you
you
get
out.
divorced, you start life with another person.
Exactly. And then who is interracial babies? There is Kim Kardashian's daughter. This
Shy.
If I had a baby like Shy,
It's so pretty.
hey,
That one is pretty, I know.
yeah.
Pretty.
And there's something about interracial babies. We are not hating here on the black people, but these children are beautiful.
Yeah.
You will
There's a
find the
mixture.
man looks
Yeah.
like the mom is also not really, but they produce a child and you're like, damn, this is So I think if I were to settle with a white man, I think my biggest motivation would
The
be
babies.
those babies.
The little babies.
Because
the
first of
long
all, I
hair.
know they will go and get a job anywhere because just they will smile alone and the whole room lightens
Though
up.
they also have trauma
Yeah.
of not being certain of where you fall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about
Yeah.
to say
Yeah,
that.
because I've actually seen babies who are like, I'm not sure whether I'm white or I'm black.
Yeah.
Like, go to the black society, they're
They
like,
tell
you're
me
white.
you're too
Yes.
white.
You go to the white society, they're like, mm-mm.
So
Please,
on the
you're
black,
black.
side, you're not black enough.
Yeah.
On the white side, you are black and you're not white enough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
they're
as long
just-
as you talk to your child and actually explain to them where they fall,
Babe,
just
it's
know
very
you're
hard, it's
beautiful.
very hard.
I know,
For me,
because
I
getting
think
a child
very
to
hard.
actually be a little bit confident about their self and how they look, it takes a time. But because usually see on TikTok, there is teach kids of, I'm confident, I am what from a very
I'm
young
here.
age.
I'm
I
here.
know they
The
change, but at
affirmations,
least
yeah.
it helps. It kind of helps.
Yeah.
But still, you're leaving the kid in that.
Yeah.
I'm
that
not so
dilemma.
sure where I fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I concur with Angie because even me before I used to like this whole I want a mixed race kid and whatever, and to me that was also one of my motivations when I ate white meat in that cafes. I was like, bam,
Please get one.
my beautiful jeans, chop
I
up some ketchup, some
know.
car, vanilla, that's going to be
I'm
banger.
telling you.
No, but
But
if,
then-
if you're actually having them in Uganda,
Babe,
they'll be
still.
all over the space. At
Still.
school, they'll be like the big thing.
Yeah, still.
Compared
But
to
I
when
think
the outside
the
Uganda.
more you fall in love with your culture and your heritage, you realize that you also want to pass on those same things to your child.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I wouldn't want them having an identity crisis. Okay, now
Yeah.
I feel too good for the blacks, but when I'm with the whites,
I
don't
feel
really
less.
measure up.
I feel less
So that
for them.
whole thing, like at least deal with your trauma in peace. Like I'm
Yeah.
black. I know this is who I am.
Yeah.
You get.
And then the expectations of different attitudes. The fact that, especially for the men who date white women, who feel, because for a black woman like myself, I feel as if by the time I start spending my money, we have already finished yours. But then for the white culture, it's usually a 50-50.
Yeah.
So men feel as if it's very easy to talk about things like money, things like for the women it's gender roles
Yeah.
of like the man won't say I belong in the kitchen. So those expectations I think also attract. But to
yes.
me it's mostly for the men, because if a white chick picked up the check, she won't whine about it for a full
Actually,
year.
I got for
My
you.
boy-
Now yeah, for me
I
I buy
paid
you
rent.
socks.
I paid for this.
I made you the money
Yeah.
you are, and I bought you socks and boxers.
I think on attitudes, mostly for women, what I've seen, okay, like my friends who date white, even me when I dated white, it's like how they treat you vis-a-vis how a black man,
Treats
here,
you.
African man would treat you. The dates, it's like you have to beg for attention,
Oh,
I know.
beg for affection.
The African guys
Beg,
actually
beg,
take us
beg.
for dates.
It's like,
They're
it's just,
that's
just
romantic.
buy a simple flower for Valentine's.
I
Will
know.
you die?
I
Like,
know.
Come,
it's
man,
like
sit at the
25K,
table and little
30K,
bit.
100K, like,
But also the African man
Romantic
is gonna
gestures.
say if you paid rent for a full year, will you die?
So I think those
Okay, there I would
attitudes,
die.
like we sometimes try to. I wouldn't say that we're losing our values, but we're now living in I would say borrowed values,
culture,
Western
yeah.
values, Western whatever. So
Yeah.
everything has been Westernized to the point that we also want our men to give us affection, which is also from borrowed culture, which is also a bit tricky because
Yeah.
that's not what affection was in our cultures.
I agree.
Affection was provide, protect, that's what our cultures used to teach. If a man loves you, he will fight for you. He will go and kill a cow and bring it. Such
He'll
things.
go and kill a lion.
Kill
Get
a
you to
lion
no
to
finger.
prove a point.
Mm.
Yes. He will beat up everyone in the village to show that he loves you. And But now for us, we believe flowers is a
I
symbol
know.
of love.
It's a
Flowers
symbol.
It
with
become a
money.
symbol of
And you
love.
cook for
Not
me.
normal flowers anymore.
Yeah.
Want
So,
money.
Oh, the money bouquet.
yes.
You
Yes.
no longer want the flowers
Yeah.
themselves.
And then another motivation is the adventure. You know, most of the white people who come to this country and the white culture in general, they're very adventurous. These are guys who are bungee jumping. These are guys who are jumping out of like an aircraft. What
When
is that
people
thing
like
called?
troubles, like they're always looking for trouble,
Yeah,
like finding
yeah,
new ways to
extreme
die.
adventure.
Oh, it's fun. We
Yeah.
jump out of a cliff. I'm like, why are we jumping over?
I know, why?
Why?
You
You
know,
only live once.
Yeah.
YOLO. Please go try it out.
Yeah, so
No,
that kind
but
of
I would-
adventure can make it
Yeah.
kind of attractive.
And then the inferiority complex on the black girls, whereby they think if I'm dating white, I am now
I've
the
made it
highest
in
standard.
life.
I've made it in life. The boys can't talk to me anymore because by the time I am appealing to a white man, it means that my standard can't hear you. Yeah.
They have
Which
But-
is just, I think it's just some like
reverse
high.
racism, no?
It's racism. It is insecurity. It is, to me, it's just something which is actually disgusting about a woman.
Yeah, that
because
white supremacy thing.
Exactly.
It happens a lot here.
It does.
It happens also from the side of men. I have male friends who, because they now date white, they somehow look at other women like,
You're trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not my class
you
anymore.
know, my class. Like, I think it happens to both sexes. I wouldn't want to target on women only.
But the bigger percentage is always women.
But the thing is, we also accept it. You go on social media and the attention we give guys who actually dating interracial.
I
dating,
know.
It's too much.
I know.
Someone will trend
We
just
actually
because they have a
encourage
white
it.
dude.
Exactly,
Yes.
we encourage it.
Yes, we actually encourage it.
And then you find a perfect African couple and we are like,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want it to go over and above for us to
as
actually
long as
give
you're
you
like, I'm
attention.
dating white,
They're
You're
like,
like a
oh,
class
you have
apart.
we
made
shall
it
all
right.
follow. And
Exactly.
then you don't even understand what you are even following
Yeah.
because there's no
Yeah.
content, there's
Yeah.
nothing productive to actually watch.
Yeah.
Just because the color is different.
Exactly. We already talked about travel, the fact that, white people actually save money to travel. For
Oh,
us,
yes.
traveling, we think traveling is for the rich.
it's
Me
kind of
taking a vacation is like,
I mean, you talk about the currency difference. Like, a white person going from here to maybe Mombasa.
but honey,
How much is a flight?
I can just move from Kampala to Maction Falls. It's still in Uganda.
Let's say how much is the flight. For them, it's like maybe they're spending maybe $300 in a trip. For you, it's 1 mil point something, and that's half your salary or more than half your salary. So from that perspective, they have more. They appear to have more money because the currency difference
Yeah.
when they come here.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's the same when they're in their
When they're
countries.
outside, it's
Sure,
different.
sure. And then we also talked about gifts and romance. They are givers. To them, they have been raised in a culture whereby my parents kiss every day,
Love
and
is
it's not
just
weird.
tradition.
Yeah.
For us, if you see mommy and daddy kissing,
You're
where,
like,
where are the ancestors? How?
Yeah.
Why? Where?
Yeah.
Why don't you go in the bedroom, get a room? For them, they
Can't find
kiss,
the room.
they speed the air, there's this, there's that, they call themselves babe. It is okay. For us,
Right, bye,
They
baby.
Run around there,
Yeah, that-
hey, chichi.
Like in the morning, you're like, baby, I'm leaving. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
That's it.
They don't even say I'm leaving. You don't like give a good like a kiss
Good morning,
to baby, close your eyes. For us,
What's
how?
that? What's that?
And for us, we have seen it in movies, and now we are craving that.
Exactly.
And when they do that, like holding my hand as we just crossing a road.
Like, what did you do?
Ah, exactly.
Something is
And for
wrong.
them, they wanna hold your hand like the PDA is to the top.
We
And
guilt
I think
trip
we actually
everything.
crave that.
As long as you show affection, you did something wrong. You're trying to apologize.
It's cheating. It's not looking
Uh-huh.
for the messages.
Exactly. And then the other appeal is actually, okay, I'm not stereotyping white people or something, but I feel as if majority of the white people in Africa who are predominantly like have fetishes on black women have very low self-esteem. Because for some reason they can't date the quality of an African woman back home. Because his taste is, because all these women whom they attract, okay, and exception for those who are extremely anorexic, most of them are like very well shaped, they're well built, like they're tall,
Model.
they're like models, size 0 to about 6.
Yeah.
they work out, they take care of themselves. Now he is not appealing to that lady in his country, or she's not appealing to that man, the 6 feet, I don't know what, built, and for her she's all insecure, and she won't attract that kind of man in her race. So that also is the appeal, that I just need to make sure I'm tall, I'm very dark skinned.
For men, you must have dreadlocks and muscles.
Exactly. And for the women,
and dreadlocks.
and for the women, you must look like a
Automatic.
$2 hoe. White, like you are very
That's also
dark,
an advantage.
like me,
With our
and you
black
tint
people.
your hair white or blue or green or pink. You
You
look
must
like a
have some
peacock.
weird colored
You have to
braids.
dress into these things.
Weird
You have to
colours.
dance like them, like a 65. No moves. What? You have
Oh,
to. You're
offbeat.
so ratchet. Like you're ratchet. You're hoochie, because to them, like, that is what, because they don't want a polished woman, because for some reason they have very low self-esteem, and they know this woman won't put up with my bullshit, or
Yeah.
I want a threesome, I want to fuck your ass, I want to do all these things, because this woman knows her value. So, and we're not also talking down on the women who are attracted to white
Yeah.
meat, but we are looking at the statistics
And who are also
in
comfortable
Uganda.
with the fetishes.
Exactly.
Some are comfortable with them.
Ah.
Some people have had
Some
people who
people
are
adjust.
They're okay with
It's
the
like
back
that
view.
sense, but some people are okay with it.
They adjust too, because they know he is going to molest my ass, but then I'll be having rent for 6 months.
But some people actually enjoy
Porta
it.
potty syndrome.
Okay, that one is different, but for the some people are actually comfortable with. But then it also helps us, because our black men, they want nyash.
Yeah.
Every time
Ah,
nyash,
They
nyash,
want
nyash,
nyash. They want
So,
meat.
what will that skinny belly
They'll
be?
tell you. I
Hey,
bet
let
my
them go for
sister.
that white meat.
Where's the
And
meat
the
on
dark
your
Every
body
people,
now?
the dark skinny
Nyash,
babes.
nyash, nyash,
Ah.
nyash.
The dark and skinny babes, all the Interracial,
Actually,
like,
actually,
actually,
nilotics
So
in
right
general.
now, they want
The entire
bleached.
nilots.
They want the bleached ones and the nyash people.
Exactly.
So if
Exactly.
you don't have nyash, mama go for your white meat. It's okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're okay with the 1 minute thing, but it's fine.
You may have
We're not
an wet
complaining.
body, and you are and you
As long
attract
as you're okay
appeal.
with the 1 minute thing. That's what she said.
I know the 1 minute thing.
And 1 minute with skin.
But the thing with skin. First of all, circumcision is not in every culture. African women should not put the standard
No.
of
Can
dicks
you-
to be
Can
circumcised.
you sing on that microphone
Exactly.
with that skin
For
on?
me, by the way, culture,
Yes.
religion, whatever.
If you're
aside,
clean, you can sing on a
I can't
the
on
thing
a.
has to be unskinned.
Thank you.
We can proceed.
Then the old white men looking for young girls, because they know I am 58. There is, first of all, a 25-year-old of my same race finds me disgusting. You're like my ancestor. But mu Uganda here, oh, jackpot. Even your parents are going to Ululete.
But it's
I just
never
got
now.
someone.
And
Now,
that's the
yeah,
thing. But the
you
thing
bring your ancestor who
Of
is
the same-
black. Your
at that
parents are
age.
going to
Hey.
screw you.
They'll call everyone in the village.
What
Something
did
is
we
wrong
do
with our
to
sister.
deserve this disgrace? You are a disgrace to the society. You bring a 67-year-old white man who can't even dance. He's sleeping half the time in the
But
wedding.
It's okay.
Hey,
We made
he
it.
even has probably diapers. But for them, they're saying, oh,
I can't stop getting the picture of Biden falling out of my
yeah, you get a Biden, and that's why me, I'm very comfortable with my ham. Choka hai
Wanange ham.
Obubillion chukumi mwabili.
We have to look for harm because someone is
Man.
dying.
Team get ham.
The length people are going to for
I
money.
know. Yeah, for me, mine is not money.
But for
But I also
dating
love
world,
money.
it's always about money.
It's money, but
Yeah.
also I think it's a security of like, it's not just money of like coins, right?
'Cause it's
the
not
house
love.
is there.
But
Security.
do you buy a
Actual
house
security.
with love?
No, baby, we talked about security. This is not just we took coins of rent for 6 months.
Yeah.
It is security. You're
Yeah.
guaranteed my kids will be fine.
Sure.
I have a house. You know, like that kind of security is not the same as
But then how about men and women who have daddy and mommy issues?
that too.
There's some men who are just looking for daughters to fuck.
Yeah, because
He is 60, he's only if you are past 25, you're too old. They just have
I don't know these
their
men
own
who
mommy
look
issues.
at 60-year-old women. What are they looking
What
for?
are they looking for?
You're
What are
dating
they looking
your
for?
ancestors.
You
It's
tell
just-
me you like that skin, that flesh. Like for you in your 20s, you like that kind of. That's what you're attracted to. Really?
Unless when your energy is that low that you can't actually perform
I
that you're
don't
going for.
know.
I don't know, but
Bam.
Yeah. I don't
It
even
doesn't
think
make sense
it's about
now.
energy.
It's a money thing.
Yeah.
Maybe, and you have mommy or daddy issues.
I totally agree.
So it's been fun hearing the side of the appeal. Why black people or black men or women are attracted to white meat. Even though I think sometimes it's just the white people chasing us, you know, like we are the ones on the market.
that bit is too much.
Yeah. That was quite exciting. But I'm curious to hear the downsides of this whole interracial dating.
Yeah.
Also, what is most common here obviously is the white versus the black.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the whole racial insults, as in demeaning you, because for some reason there is a superiority complex about white people who think they're better than us, so they are actually doing you a favor. So the whole demeaning thing can actually go to the extreme.
Yeah.
Because the problem is we let it happen.
Yeah.
Our girls actually date the whites
Yes.
are okay with anything and
They
everything
suck
a white
up
guy.
too much.
They're just a yes, baby. They never really stand up for themselves.
Exactly.
Whatever the guy says, you're like, oh yes, baby, as long as there's money on the table.
You now become another charity project.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, it's a
They're
charity
used to
project.
being NGOs.
Ah.
So now
So
you're
you're now another
another
project.
project
Yeah.
in the mix.
Yeah.
And the price they can actually afford because we are too cheap.
Exactly.
We are so cheap when you're with the
Don't
white
say
guys.
we. Those girls, and that's why I was calling them $2 hoes. Like literally
there's some.
$2, and and you have them.
Yeah.
Then the con men. I haven't really experienced a lot of that, but had a lot about that. But as we were doing our research, we actually went further to like interview ladies who were open to tell us but could not be on the camera, and they were warning us of the con men. Nadia, you can help us and throw more light on
I
that.
think the con men, it depends on where you meet them. You may meet a guy maybe on Tinder, on some popular dating sites where people meet these white people, and you find some of them are just here for an experience.
Yeah.
So while they're experiencing the culture, they are also sampling different
The juices.
Yes.
different juices, exactly, different African juices that are on the market. So they come on maybe 1 month vacation. 1 week he's here, he's eating free pussy, living.
He's
for
on a
free.
budget.
Which country he goes to, there is
Living
someone.
in your house,
In
by
your
the
house
way.
free. And then he
Yes.
tells you, so in week 1, he tells you, Angie, I'm coming in week 1, please house me. And for you, you're feeling special.
Like,
Yes.
oh, the
Ah,
man is
after
so
a while-
What's my
week,
white man?
He
Finally.
leaves, he doesn't go. He comes to my place. Another week. He leaves, goes to her place. Another week. Leaves, goes to Bridget's
And
place.
is that 1 week? Who is spending?
You
spending
you.
money.
Where do they spend?
Because these girls are so desperate. For them, they are
You
looking
have
for
They're talking with a
jobs.
white man.
Yes.
Exactly. To
You
you,
finally
you
got
feel
your
as
white
if
meat.
kati now, my
Wacheze
class,
visa,
class
wacheze
erinye.
fundi.
Kumbe na yeye eti za kusosea.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then a lot of them are actually sexual predators.
Oh,
The fact
yes,
that in their right senses, they know a woman of value may not allow certain extremities of the fetishes and the kinks. But if a woman is desperate, she will allow anything.
She'll allow anything,
So they're like sexual predators on these black women, and they make you go to the extremes. He will tell you, I want to sleep with you and your sister. And this woman, because she's so desperate for this
She'll go
white
for
man,
this
she thinks it's okay.
It's okay.
He sees your friend and says, I want to sleep with you and all your friends. I want you to eat my balls.
Oh,
And I
geez.
don't even shower.
Their fetishes are on the extreme.
On the very
like it
extreme.
starts off with a threesome, next thing you know it's an orgy, next
Yeah.
thing you know, I want to lick your ass. It's like, and for us it's not a normal thing. By the way, Ugandans are we are sexual but we're also conservative in our
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
We are not
And the
very
fact
disgusting.
that Angie and Nadia have said no to uncircumcised dicks,
No.
and these guys don't even shower. They are,
No.
okay, not all of them. Not all of them. Disclaimer. Most of them do not like showering because in their countries it's extremely cold,
yeah.
and they don't really sweat much. So it may be okay for someone to take 3 days without showering. You come to our Ugandan heat, which burns you and you sweat like I don't know
your
what.
skin is
By the time you take off your clothes,
Exactly.
the
You have to
scent.
shower.
The stench, it feels like a fish market there, and then you want you to eat it and look like you are enjoying it, like those extreme fetishes. And most cases it's they are preying on your insecurity because you are desperate
And also on
for
the
the white
race.
meat.
And that's why I think the racism comes in again. I don't know if they do those same things when they're with their, same race. Women.
They cannot. They
No,
cannot.
they're not.
Yeah.
Unless we're actually just going out to a prostitute.
Yeah.
Because those ones are in plenty and they're comfortable.
Yeah.
No,
But-
their prostitutes are probably also a lot more high end.
Oh yeah.
Like she won't allow certain things. Like her price tag goes higher if you want to go to the extreme. And this, I don't know, Glenn from whatever or whatever his name is cannot afford
And they're always called Blake.
Blake, Stefan, whatever. Anyway, if you're called Stefan, I'm not talking about you. We're just giving examples.
Yeah.
And then meeting weirdos. For some reason, the extremities of weirdos are usually white people. Those hippies.
Mostly when you meet them online.
Yeah. And there are certain sites which are known for such weirdos. It's called what? Badu?
We had quite a number of sites that came up when we were doing our research.
Yeah.
Tinder also. Me, I know people who told me.
Even
if you want-
Facebook.
You're looking for just pure
Hookup.
hookups. Tinder is a place to go.
Exactly.
I'm sure all of us have ever gotten a white meat
Request.
microphone
Ah,
microphone in your inbox.
Yes.
Those things are weird.
Yes, they
Indians
send you.
mostly.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Those ones are all
Mostly
other.
comedians.
Baby, I love you. Then boom, the thing is
Like,
there. You're like,
that's sexual harassment.
I know.
Literally.
and they never give up. Then they will have to try and video call you. Like, what the hell?
No. And it's like you're sending me really that be.
Like when you zoom in, you can't see shit.
I know there's nothing
Oh
to
my
be seen.
god, you guys.
Yeah. And then the other thing is alienating you from your family. For some reason, they feel as if your entire family is a charity project. So don't bring them around. He wants to isolate you, and
you
it's
while
always
you're
about
alone.
you.
Yeah.
He wants you to fit in his circles, but your people can never come.
Yeah.
The space you share is for only two of you. Every other person is a burden. They're coming here to beg us for money.
Never meeting.
They want this.
Never meeting your friends. You're always meeting
His friends,
Everybody
exactly.
is white
Even
friends.
us ourselves, we really carry the entire clan if you're going somewhere.
But that's the thing. Those are our values, and that's why we say the
Yeah, which
alienation.
is so sad.
Because the
Sometimes
thing
it's
is,
too much.
Angie, the thing is though, you're dating white, one of you has to give up the other's culture.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it always happens that the black person is the one giving up the culture.
Most cases.
You're never going to find a white person saying, okay, now
Unless-
I'm going to see. There are some, but they're really few.
Unless if you are Oprah dating Stateman, then but Stateman is actually black. He's a mixed race.
Yes.
If you are who I'm looking at.
I want to give an example. Say maybe I don't know if it ever happened for Chameleon versus Daniela because him he was not Daniela. His first chick.
The first one,
The first
yes.
Yes.
That old grandmother.
Hey, Dorothea.
Dorothea,
yes.
eh.
But at least even then he was not really a celeb.
Of course, money was the motivation, and actually he spoke openly about it. He was like, my motivation was money. I was broke at that time. I had a talent, and there's someone who believed in
Yeah,
me,
the ticket.
and she sponsored me. And yeah, but they had a child. Where is the
Yeah.
child?
Just like Palazzo.
Oh, Palazzo was. Oh,
Went for the
yes,
green
yes.
card.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing is about the culture because me, I'm thinking if we're eco partners, why can't you come, for instance, to my home? Why can't people come and also feel at home in this place? But if
Yeah.
it's always one person adjusting, who is changing the accent most times?
Yeah.
No, but we change because
It's a
we
black
want
person.
it.
No, because you want to
You want to
fit
fit
You're
in.
fitting
among
into their
his
side.
people so that they don't call you ratchet. They call
Oh,
you
yes.
polish.
Who's changing the
Because
values?
I can't talk.
We don't eat meat here. We're only vegetarian.
Yes, we are vegans.
We're
We are
eating meat from day
vegetarians.
one.
I cannot become a vegetarian.
But you see, that's what they do.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
make
you
you
shall
go
see.
to the
You
extreme.
can't
make
change
me
your
eat
entire
greens
identity
all the time.
because of one person.
Okay, yes.
And
That's a
then
bit
the
extreme.
sex can be work. You know, if you go black, you never go back. White women who have tried black men have
You
said
will
that,
never
have
go back.
confessed. So the white guys, yes, they explore to the extreme in terms of the fetishes and stuff. So if you are into like kinky sex and everything, you may like it.
Yeah.
But now the actual penetration, because for
That's
how
our
long
bread and butter.
will he go
Boom,
into
boom,
your
boom,
anus?
boom, boom.
You won't be known. You want him to also go in the right spot, front door, not back door all the time. So now at some point you're now craving a real vaginal experience, and you're like, hey,
And it's
But
not
is it
there.
true that white men are work?
they are most of them.
Have you eaten white meat?
Of course I have.
So you say it's work.
Yes, a lot of them are what?
Me, I think it's this whole being a vegetarian thing that may mess up things. Even me, I'm dated white.
You want them to be
I look at the
carnivores.
diet of a white man, the diet of a black man,
Hey,
but
katogo, breakfast. Breakfast is
doesn't
full
add up.
katogo.
Katogo.
Lunch is like
It's some ground
Mele
nuts.
yona.
Eh?
Hello.
A man can't
what
be
is
eating
this?
only leaves to survive.
I
Surely.
know.
Like I'm eating a salad.
I'm having a salad.
Diet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
And then the
It's junk food.
hygiene.
And that's smoothies.
Those people do not like showering, banang. Get their hygiene.
Really?
Walking barefoot.
Why is that hygiene?
They
Okay,
don't like
Not
showering.
only from women, but even from the men who date white, they say,
Yeah,
"Bam."
yeah. First of all, she wants to wash her hair once in 3 weeks.
No, they wash their hair more than they wash their pussy. Those women wash their hair, but they'll wipe.
Yeah.
Bambi, correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
I had this thing.
We did research, and
Yes.
one of the guys told us that sometimes it smells like a fish market down there, and she wanted to eat it with pleasure.
But the time that you actually take to wipe, why not just wash?
No,
Exactly.
because what is
what a
cold?
disgust.
Baby,
Yeah.
what
I
is
want a
cold?
shower, hot water. There's no hot
Yeah,
water.
there's a hot water in this place. Oh my god, there's a hot water. And then accounting for every single coin they give you. Once you ask, first of all, you have to ask for that money in most cases. They will spoil you with gifts. They will take you for these trips, but giving you the actual cash is when you ask. But the moment you ask, hey, baby,
Every penny.
you will have to account for every single penny. Accountability.
And the money is
Because
for
we
you,
move
not
on.
for your
And
charitable
yes,
family.
Nothing
It's
like
not
I
for your
gave my
family.
mom
Yeah,
some.
that's charity. Let the save.
The money
Let
is
the
yours.
government help.
And
you.
yet, for a black man, you just tell him, Nange, I'm having issues. Mom has been sick. My brother has been chased from school. You don't even have
He
to ask.
understands. When is that
He'll just
problem?
give
He
you money.
understands.
He won't
Yeah.
even ask how did you use it. But for a white person, most cases, and like we said, there are always exceptions to the
Yeah.
rules. It's not every white person. We're just talking about the downsides of what, especially the Ugandan girls or the African girls who have dated white have told us in
Yeah.
our research.
Yes.
Okay, and then the whole acting white. You have to be hoochie and ratchet. You dance like that. You throw
The
your hips.
offbeat.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
for
to
me,
shake your head.
that whole cultural.
You dance like a
thing, you know,
possessed
like,
person.
You have to fit into
Yeah,
their culture.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
never.
She can fit in.
With the locks and the
Ah, but
African.
the looks are African. I
The
don't
locks
have
are
to,
African.
to try. I
But
think
then you don't like smoking, but
Yeah,
because
but
he
not
smokes,
because
you also
you
have to
smoke.
pretend as if you
Yeah.
enjoy smoking. He doesn't want to brush his tooth. He's smoking 3 packs a day,
For us
and he
here,
wants
we
to
have
baby kiss
freestyle.
me.
The
Baby
dress
kiss
code. Me, I hate the dress code
I
thing.
know
Do you
the,
know how it's
the
dressed when they're
hippie
here?
extreme dress codes, eh? Their
can't
shoes.
convince me
Jesus
to
Christ.
show up
You
somewhere
can pay a
Sundays.
woman 10,000
For what?
shillings and they'll do your laundry and clean your shoes.
Yeah.
This people never clean
But we
their
don't
shoes.
iron. You know they don't iron their
They don't
clothes.
iron. They don't wash their shoes.
I can't be
It's
looking
just
poor. They
disgusting.
came and found us in our rags. We changed from rags to clothes.
I
We now
know.
don't iron the clothes. What kind of bullshit
No,
is that? What is that?
no, it just doesn't, make sense. Now, what are the things that people should be aware of? Okay, if white meat is your poison, you have chosen it as your poison, and you don't want to lose all your values in the process. What should you be aware of as a person? Or if you're trying to attract white money, baby, she's 6 feet
Hey,
2.
Arab
Jesus
money.
Christ.
You
And
keep
they
saying
love
that.
it.
We love white
Girl.
money. You know what Arab
We
money?
want money, yeah, we do. But Arab money is
Arab
better.
money is legit,
That-
babe.
unfortunately, you have to pay.
The kings are what?
Oh, potty.
Really?
Huh?
Oh,
Potter-
we talked
potter-
about those
potter
kings.
potty. Hey. They have to
That is
shit in
extreme.
your mouth. You have to sleep with that 13-year-old brother and blah, blah. Anyway, so beware of the users, the people who are just there to use you, especially on these sites whereby like the first thing someone asks you for after you guys after you matching is do you have beautiful sisters? Can you share pictures?
Why would you start with that?
Hey, they're there. They're
Then
there.
before you meet me.
Yes.
People have weird
And
cravings.
because our African girls are so desperate,
start
she'll
to
even
tell
pick
it
her
all.
sisters. Yes.
I'll be coming with my friend
Yeah,
Angie.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
be recording.
Exactly. Angie's here. Angie, say hi. Angie
And then
says
you want
hi.
to hi.
Easy, say hi. Easy says
Oh,
hi.
beautiful.
Easy, show your boobs. Stefan. So beware of those users
Yes.
and try to just, if
Some of them have wives, kids at home, but they've come here just to name.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they just want to
Safari.
have fun.
They just keep creating
Human
families everywhere, in every
safari,
country,
moreover.
different
Yeah.
families.
Yeah. And most of these men, and this is through our research, the girls say they have tried to get pregnant. They never get pregnant.
Oh.
You're having unprotected sex, but he has either done a vasectomy
They
or
always
they
do.
are on a certain kind of pill that lowers their sperm count. Because our girls always think, if I get knocked out, I've hit a jackpot. You will be with
Securing
this
the bag, man.
Brandon. He will fuck you in every hole in your body, your mouth, your ears, but you will never get pregnant. So that is something that you have to beware
Yeah.
of. If you are a target worker and you want to have
Secure
bad
the
black
bag.
kids, you have to beware that these ones whom you get on these sites, most of them are on that.
And that's very common
they
actually. I
walk.
also heard of one.
Yeah.
The guy is in Uganda and every skirt that bypasses, as long as you're short and yellow, he will try.
Oh, he actually wants yellow.
Yes.
Most of them want black.
Yeah, wants a little bit of light skin but short.
Need some light.
But till when he told us, it's like, actually, I had a vasectomy and I left my eggs the other side. So unless you want to get pregnant for him, you have to travel with him and then they just,
Inseminate. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the moment you tell him
Wow.
I'm pregnant,
He knows it's not his.
your time is done. Please
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Next person.
He knows your project.
Your term is ended.
now
Time
gone.
when they go.
Exactly.
Ozoze
Then
yo.
the pregnancy bait. If you happen to get pregnant, it may go wrong. These men are not blacks who will say, I don't leave my kid behind.
Oh,
Let me
yes.
take care of my kid. Let me now support. These men are going to tell you, you want help? Give me back my child or go fuck yourself. And they will go and leave you with that child there. So don't
expect
think
child
getting
support,
pregnant is a jackpot.
yeah.
Nothing. They will
Can
go
backfire.
and sleep very well and comfortable. And you can't even sue or do anything because they will say, if you want me to support, give me my
Give me
child
my
and take care
child.
of my child. So the pregnancy bait, if you are there to hunt that white meat, have that at the back of your mind. And most cases, if they tell you, I don't want children,
They don't want
they don't
children.
want children.
Take it as the
Don't
gospel.
force
He's
it.
here for 6 months or 1 year contract. The moment he's done, he wants to go. No kids. So don't
Erase
tell
the
me
number.
about I
Forget.
missed my period. Blah 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 blah. No, he won't do
Wow.
anything. Yeah. So where do people, according to our research, where do they meet these white people? How do you create a guy yourself and put yourself out there and actually hunt out? Like where is your hunting ground if you're looking for such white people? So you have to hang out in predominantly white places. We have Kipasa.
Kipasa.
Yes, Kipasa,
These are
Mediterranean.
Kampala spots, by
Yes,
the way.
Kampala sports.
Yeah.
Babos, Cayenne back in the days was also a sport for them. And if you notice, majority of the people who go out in these white places, in these white people places, dressed like $2 whores. They're so ratchet. There's nothing
Oh, they are
classy about
rastas.
them.
Oh, they are rastas.
Oh, they are
Yes, all the men are
But
rastas.
please, let's not stereotype us rastas. We are serious people.
You rastas.
Do you have a dick?
Powerful.
Do you have a dick?
I used to be a serious person, but you're stereotyping us. We're serious people.
So Sheraton, Cafeserie, such
Kabalagala
places.
side, you guys.
Kabalagala.
The whole of Kabalagala, Buyenga area.
Oh, yeah, but it kind of
Exactly.
changed. It changed after they removed that posh bar that was there.
Which one was that?
I don't even remember.
That
But
whole place.
there was a
what
bar that
was
was there
that?
and things that used to
What was it
happen
called?
there.
Yeah.
It was
Then-
a free movie.
Another thing is jogging in predominantly white
Kololo kind of
communities.
places.
Exactly.
Muyenga.
So yes, you have to jog, Muyenga
tiny-
Hill,
tiny
Kololo, in tiny shorts, and you have to be consistent with your jogging. All of a sudden, you get a jogging partner. Mpola. And
Change
then
number.
hi, exchange
Then
numbers.
we go for coffee after jogging.
Exactly. After jogging,
And
with
these
this
missions,
coffee.
Bambi, they take time. You're a rushing person. You need to invest. Uteka muko kusente.
You have to be patient.
Then, if you have nyash like myself, you have thighs like mine, you are disqualified.
First hit the gym.
You have to first be borderline anorexic.
No, I don't think it's that extreme. Just because skinny. But I think also
No, big
if you're
curvy.
anorexic,
No, they don't like curvy.
Really?
They don't like
They don't
skin.
see curves.
Yeah.
They
They
don't
don't
want
see
to
People
like
curves.
scurvy.
Most of them like so because okay, Angie.
The nyash must be
For us,
grabbable.
curvy people don't see you as curvy. Skinny girls also do not see you as skinny. So you are in between, because you have a very small waist, you are very tall, and
The
like
nyash is nyash.
your nyash is like not nandutu. Sorry, what is hanem kusasira nyash? No.
I was
Your
looking for
nyash
Naruto's
is
nyash and
like-
I wasn't seeing it.
No. Catherine kusasira's nyash. Your nyash is Ashila Gashumba nyash. Oh, she's small, but her nyash is there, like petite and.
Yeah,
But does she have
nyash.
nyash?
She does.
No, this doesn't have.
No, Gashumba.
Gashumba has
Gashumba,
nyash. Yeah.
yes.
For her
Unless they've been
body
that
size.
way.
Oh, Vinka
Vinka
also
has
has
nyash.
nyash. Yeah.
Only Vinka has post baby nyash. But
By the way, post baby
even
nyash.
Regardless,
will
it's
have
still
a
nyash. When she's walking, no one
Me,
will
I'm
say
a fan of
post
Sheila
baby
Bambi,
nyash.
so I support Sheila's.
There is no nyash.
So you have
The
to make
body
sure
shape is
that
okay, but
Hey.
you
yeah.
can't really categorize her under nyash people.
Yeah, so you have to make sure that you're skinny, you're tall. Like if you're having
You're dark
like
skinned.
like
Number
flesh,
one thing.
Yes, they like extreme chocolate. Like you have to be like almost like natural beauty with
Wait,
very weird hairstyles also.
Okay,
Like,
mine that's that.
She mentioned
My
the
hair
hair.
is not weird.
No, it's not weird. I'm not saying you.
But
it's
you're
not
touching
green
people and
purple
talk about
people.
weird.
You're
Yeah,
not
for
a
the men,
people.
you must be a rasta.
Yeah,
I don't know if these other men have a chance, but
Yeah.
rastas for sure.
Rastas do.
Yeah, when you go to ginger.
And they have to
Rasta
be,
white.
and they have to
Rasta
be
white.
broke
Rasta
also,
white.
eh?
Of
They
course.
cannot be like polished people. They have to be.
You have to be broke because
Yeah.
the lady has to be
Bro,
spirit.
like
Exactly.
DJ, something there. You must be having got some money to survive. That's like some kind of cool job. Eh?
Yeah. And then the most common dating sites, especially in Uganda, we have Tinder, we have badudating.com, Afro Introductions. So just create an account, post thirst traps,
Have a nice profile.
a very nice profile, and don't say I'm looking for love and marriage. No,
No.
I want to
With
have
love.
fun.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they love
I
having
think also
fun.
that the marriage thing can also work for those if some of those serious whites, because we say like of course the majority may not be the serious ones, but the 1% that is online, some of them are looking for young women to marry. So you may be lucky to find that can be rich old muzee.
Obviously, I'm saying.
Yeah, the old
Because
ones.
I was
Yes.
look at our age groups and I'm like, those ones are
The
coming to
old
fun.
ones do not want to be taken to a nursing home. So they know I'm going to get Angie, who will nurse me until I die. And unfortunately, another thing that people need to look out for is, in most cases, these old people don't even leave you their fortunes. They will either put that there is a custodian who will have that money and pay for the specific things for the children, and the kids can only access when they're 30 years, or if they go back to that country, and they will only accept the kids. So if you're thinking that he's 72, we are having kids, he'll die in 1 year, in 10 years, and then I'm gonna have all the money.
2 years, babe.
These people can stay
That's a long period of
unless
waiting
you poison them
for that
slowly,
paycheck.
slowly.
So you just have to get means of actually getting the money in between before the guy dies.
Exactly. But also
But
in
how?
between, he may just provide for everything you want. Because remember, for them, if you want money, ask for the money and tell me what it's for an account. It's not like a Nigerian man who will tell you, baby, where do you take you shopping? You want Gucci
Money
or
is
you
not
want
a problem.
or you want Prada? Money is not a problem for me. Just check that nyash.
Don't just this one of the songs book. Wipe your tears with my currency.
I know.
And you're just patting your eyes with money.
Just money,
$100.
Yeah.
Nigerian
yeah.
men, eh? We
And
want
then
you.
also
That's also
another
true
thing
once.
is there are a lot of pimps disguised as modeling agencies. A lot of these modeling agencies in Uganda are pimps. We know celebrities, women who used to run modeling agencies then, and at least for them, their agencies used to attract a little bit of
Class.
of high class white men, because there's so many socialites who were models then who got married to very rich white men, but then the modeling agencies were just pimping. And even now they call out a cast, everything, they go, they take your pictures, they do this, they make you do all these crazy things, and they just pimp you out.
I think
And
so,
then
yeah.
now they tell you, okay, we shall pay you later. And then
Later
you
never
chase for
comes.
the money, and then
Yeah.
now there are now
Totally
conditions
give
for the money. now you see we have this sponsor who just wants to have coffee with you. He'll take you to Paris. He'll do this, and then all of a sudden, that's where it starts from.
And that means the agent is still getting a cut.
Of course, because they are pimping you, so they get money first to access you, and then by the time now they're telling you now go, either it's still another cut for them or they have already got money out of you.
I have a friend who saw me, she was modeling for some magazine, and the photos were, I swear to God, this was
porn, borderline porn.
Borderline porn. Then I said, which magazine is this? This guy told us, they came from where? So I tried to look for the site, for the magazine on Google, nothing. So I'm like, but this chick is mob naive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But was she paid?
I don't know. I told her about, are they not using you guys? Like, this doesn't look right.
Before you know it, you're on the porn site scrolling, seeing a picture all
Ask her,
over.
where are you getting these things? Like, you're a model, but where? Do you even ask where your photos are? Do you even Google?
Do they even pay them
I
good money?
didn't ask about whether she
money?
got paid. I'm like, but these photos, they don't look appropriate. Mostly for you, you're really young. You can't be exposing yourself like this.
Yeah.
It was really weird and really fishy.
So, having known all these things, would you date a white man in Uganda? Would you still be as attracted as you used to be before getting to know all these things to a white man in Uganda?
No, I wouldn't be attracted to them. I like our black chocolate men. I like them black. Because I am dark skinned, so I wouldn't want someone who is going to outshine my shining. Imagine you take a picture.
Light is for
you take a
only
picture,
you.
you need extra light to be
I
seen.
know.
Yeah, extra
You
light.
become navy
It
blue.
can't be edited.
I
You
know.
can only be seen when you're smiling and the one you see the teeth.
Only the teeth is seen.
Baby.
Yeah.
Even our Ugandan guys, I fear the brown ones.
The light skinned guys.
Yeah, every man has to be
Friend, how are you?
Yeah, they have to be Zach. So Nadia, having dated white before, would you do it again? Would you right now in this day and age?
I think my biggest problem with dating white comes from the cultural differences. I feel like the older
You don't want to
get,
lose your culture.
the older you get, the more you go back to your roots. You fall in love with your origins. You want to connect with your roots. So for me, I don't see myself losing my values for, like, I have to now adjust my accent. I have to lose touch with my family, with my friends, just because I want to fit into your side of
Your
things.
culture.
Like me, that would rub me on the wrong side. Then also the racism, like those subtle racist, comments, and I don't know. I feel like unless you are already in your mind a white person, but in a black person's body, it's very, very hard to stop.
There was a chick who said she was born white. Remember
Unless you're
that
like
chick
that
who
chick.
went viral?
Yeah.
A black girl who
And
said she was born white.
So certain that she's white.
Yeah, I just woke up one day and then I discovered that I'm actually white. And
For me, that would be so hard.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, I think that, of course, things we chase for are like the romance and whatever. So if I have a black man that can treat me nice, I'll be good. And give me dollars. The white man in a black man.
the white man in a black man.
Unless you're going to get a Sudanese.
Oh, by the way. Oh, those are chicken money.
That is why you're going to get that.
But unfortunately,
deal.
That's just so sad.
we
still have
ham. Would I date a white man right now?
Here, the thing is, we're
Here in
talking about
Uganda.
in Uganda, because I think abroad it will be different. But here,
If they have all the qualities we have spoken about, first of all, how do we even start talking? If that's how you think, the first conversation alone, I'll just see you threw racism through you, point blank. And like I am such a strong character. I'm such an alpha female that we can't both try to clash in our shine. I want to shine, and you either support me in my shine. Like, we shouldn't be a competition. So if I have to like degrade myself to that level, heck no. Yeah, but I never say never. I look at someone as a person. So if they have all these things, no. But if they are looking at me for me, of like we can have intellectual conversations, they see me at a peer to peer, and I'm not a charity project, then heck, why not? Yeah. But I'm not gonna become a vegan. I'm not gonna become anorexic. I'm not gonna start being bulimic, throwing out food because I want to get skinny just to get a white man. No, I'm not gonna dye my head like a peacock, pink, yellow, green, rainbow colors. Heck no, I'm not gonna go through those extremes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
we've talked about the extremes. Like I don't
Yeah.
think all the white people that are here dating
But
lovely,
we also
beautiful
talked about the
African
positive one.
chocolates are on that extreme. We know some people who are having good relationships,
yes.
genuine relationships actually.
Yes.
Our friends, our family, whatever. So don't be discouraged if
Yeah.
you're the other.
If you get
the
a
other
genuine
1%,
person,
if you're the other 90% baby.
99%, yeah. Unfortunately, the bigger percentage has been at the extreme, especially as we were doing research. Very few of them said I found genuine love.
Yeah.
The guys who confessed and said I found genuine love are guys who have married ancestors. Like there's like the guy is more than half your age. You're
Yeah.
30, you're 31, he's 69. Now those ones think they found genuine love because the guy is now tired of running around and stuff. Like I said, they don't want to be in a nursing home. They need someone who will be their caretaker for the rest of the remainder of their lives. Yeah. But majority of the people who have dated young, especially guys between 25 to about 40, these guys still have energy and they are usually, in most cases, at the very extreme. So, have you dated white? Are you interested in a white man? What extremes have you gone to in order to attract a white man? And what has your experience been? And after hearing all these things, would you still actually want to be in the 99% whom we have categorized as the $2 whores, the ones who have to go, through all these transformations and lose all their values to date a white man? Please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow. That's it from us today.